Hey, what's going on guys? Welcome back to Destiny and the final episode of our search through the world for fallen House of Wolves patrol targets. Just to reiterate again, we'll go through it all as we start off. The patch that is coming on the 8th of September, that's Tuesday, so by the time this goes live, that's tomorrow. In that patch, the fallen targets will be removed from the game world completely. So you will not be able to get maximum grimoire unless you have all of those targets already. You may be wondering what's the point in getting the grimoire. At the minute, there isn't much. There isn't much point at all. But it's not going to be something that just sits there as a random score to show how much of the game you've completed. Not for a full 10-year cycle. So I can imagine Bungie making grimoire something much more important later on. So I think right now it's worth getting hold of, but that's up to me. That's just my personal opinion. Another reason, by the way, if you want to do it, it's just because there's nothing else going on at the minute. The only real games of note that have come out recently are the new Metal Gear Solid, so 5 Phantom Pain, and that's about it really. For games of note, so it's something you can do to fill a couple of hours before the Taken King launches on the 15th. So the first target, as you've seen, we've come into the Ishtar Academy in full. If you follow this route, it's the same direction you would go if you were completing the archive mission on the story mode. That's the one. And you'd head up here, and this is where we get the no, not the Twisted Claw. Twisted Claw are the next ones. That later on. I'm way out of this one. These are the Howling Raiders. Oh, fun. Yeah, so either 2 or 3 Vandals to take down with this one. And then we'll head back to the courtyard, if you like, of the Ishtar Academy, and then we'll head to the next ones. So I think that's them taken care of. Indeed it is. We're just loading up the weapons. Right, so now once you've killed those, as you can follow through the video, we're going to head back to the main area of the Ishtar Academy, which most people will be familiar with by now. So back through that door there, and then we'll head on to the next set of targets, which are going to be repeater shanks, I think. Which, if you have completed the Nexus strike, which most people will have done, I would have thought. I'd say 99% of people will have completed the Nexus. If you follow that route through, as you would normally, when you get to the area where you have to kill the 3 servitors, that's where the repeater shanks are, and you'll see it all in the video, but that's just the first part of that. Another quick word that I'm mentioning in every video while we've got chance as we're running through, if you haven't got maximum grimoire yet for these House of Wolves targets, there is one that I haven't been able to show in the video, and that's the Archon Slayer on the moon. The only way to access that is by completing the fallen bounties with Petravenge, who is the Queen's emissary in the Reef. There's the repeater shanks there. There's 3 to take down. So if you haven't completed that bounty already this week, go and do it. Go and find Petra in the Reef, complete all of those bounties, and you're guaranteed to get that one hidden piece of grimoire that isn't shown in these videos. If you've done the bounties this week already, then obviously you've got that piece of grimoire, you've got that grimoire card. No need to worry about it. Just make sure you've got all the ones we're going to show in the videos here. Okay, so that's the repeater shanks taken care of. We're going to move back outside now. We fade away. Oh, okay. So that's weird. I'll sort that out before the video goes out, but my editing software right now has turned the video through 90 degrees, which is fun. I'm not quite sure how it's done that, but I'll sort it out before the video goes live. Which that is weird. That is really weird. Anyway, so now we're heading through to the Ishtar Cliffs, I believe. Yeah, heading to the Ishtar Cliffs, and here is another waiting one, which, I mean, this one took forever to come in. I mean, it's ridiculous. I must have been sat here for 20 minutes waiting for it, which is just insane. And like I said in the last video, sometimes you can get them appear straight away, other times you can wait for ages and they just won't appear, and then they'll come after half an hour, something ridiculous. Anyway, so we're just going to sit down here and wait, and I'll jump back in when they arrive. Alright, here we go. Coming back in with the wolves are prowling. Woohoo! Then they come across to the side there, same as always. First wave is 2 Scorch Captains, we have to take them down. And then it's a number of waves until the final wave comes with the final target that you have to kill in it. So it's just shoot, and more shooting to kill them. And this one is Calyx, I think it's Calyx 14, I think. I might be wrong with that. Either way, it's a servitor that you have to kill. It's fun. Let's see, I'm running out of stuff to say with these now. So I've literally done all 3 videos in one go, so I've been talking for the best part of an hour now straight. It's 3 in the morning. I'm doing these videos, staggering the launches, not the launches, the releases of them, to sort of space them out a bit, rather than dumping them all in one go. And it's, oh, man, today has been tough. Not gonna lie, today has been tough. Anyway, so we're fighting our way through these fallen enemies. What else have I got to mention while we're waiting? I've got a lot of stuff later on, I'll probably hold off on it. We could talk about the patch a little bit more. So 8th of September is when the patch launches. You will have until 7 PM UK time, which is 11 AM US West and 2 PM US East, I think, before the patch launches. So you have until that time to complete all of these bounties. We're going to have a cut in a second where I was prattling about looking for the ether chest, which was a waste of time, and then we'll head on to the next area. Yeah, so now we're heading back through we've headed just down to back through the Ishtar Cliffs, and now we're heading towards the Vault of Glass and towards our next 2 targets. So yeah, the patch will launch on the 8th of September. And that's Destiny Update 2.0, which is getting us ready for the Taken King. And it's a massive update file. You're going to need, I think it's 20 gigabytes of free space if you have a PlayStation 4. Huge update file. So now, if you have the 2 targets that we're going after now, if you head up where I was just looking there, that's where the next 2 will be. If you want to skip ahead until you see me doing that, go for that now. I won't say anything important about the patch between now and then. I'll just talk about the targets that we're going after and the direction we need to go in. Right, we'll give them enough time to go, and let's jump back in. So we've got a wolf guard here. That's easy enough to kill. Then we'll take his Scorch Cannon for the hell of it. Teabag him as well for good measure. Load up, and now after killing this one, it's the annoying bit now. We have to head through all the gates, all the transfer gates, all the Vex here haunting the place, to where you summon the Gate Lord in the mission I Have a Gate Lord. And we're heading through to that, and then from there, heading across to the very furthest corner to kill the ether runner, which is a servitor, I believe. So this is mainly a parkour challenge in itself, because you've got to try and dodge Vex bullets as well as you're trying to travel through, which is not the most, I suppose it's not the most challenging thing in the world, but it's not an easy task. I made it through pretty easily. Okay, so here we are at the endless steps. Let's round this next corner, and from there we'll head across and take down the ether runner. I probably shouldn't have brought this scorch cannon, but oh well. Did I make that jump? No. Oh, come on. Yeah, so now it's going to have to head right round. It's fun. So if you head right around to the far side of the endless steps, I don't know why they call them endless, because they're just not. They are a finite thing. You can get to the top or bottom of them. To the left of the endless steps, up this smaller flight, two smaller flights of stairs, and you can see it there. This servitor, the ether runner. Charge it up a bit. Bang, that's it gone. And that's our target dead. That's the final one. So we're going to fade back now to flying off in the other direction from the vault of glass. Okay, so to everyone who skipped the video, now is where you can tag back in if you listened to what I'm saying. And now we can actually talk about important stuff again. So the patch does drop on the 8th of September, we've discussed that already, and then we've discussed the time. Let's talk about the 15th now. So when the Taken King does drop on the 15th, it will not be at the usual times. So most of the time the drop will happen at 7 PM UK or 6 PM UK, and then 11 or 10 AM US West. It will happen on the weekly reset this time round, so that's 9 or 10 AM UK time. That's what's that? Well, I'm just going to work it out for US East. That's 4 or 5 AM US East, I believe. And that's, I'm happy with that. I'm sure any Americans watching are not going to be too chuffed about that one. Not be too pleased, but you get to wake up to it. That's all that matters. But that's simply to coincide with the weekly reset, I think. And it just makes sorting out bounties and bits and pieces a lot easier. Especially with the new Year 2 content coming all at once. Which is understandable from Bungie's point of view. Now we've talked about that, we can talk about Bloodshed now. So if you are still looking for a clan to run the Taken King with, if, like me, some of your friends aren't buying it on release and might not even be buying it at all, if you are looking for some new members, come and join Bloodshed. It's my clan, it's spelt as it should be. If you head on to bungie.net, you need to search for the clan so you can join in. We don't mind who you are, what skill you would class yourself as, or grimoire score, kill to death ratio, anything like that. We don't care. Come and join us. Be part of the clan, and excuse me, help us build a community that is welcoming to every Guardian, rather than just those that people would consider the elite. We're just looking to have a good time on here, not compete or anything like that. I mean, obviously it's nice to be able to compete and go for world firsts or world records or whatever, but it's not what we're about. If you want to do that, you can. So come and join us. If you want to be part of Bloodshed, but you don't want to be associated with, if you want to be associated with your own clan, I mean, if you want to be a subsidiary group, we can sort that out as well. If you follow the group for Bloodshed rather than the clan, and then message me directly, so that's, if you search for X47, that's my PS4 network ID, lowercase x, and then the numbers 4, 2 and 7. Search for that on Bungie.net or on the Destiny app, and you can message me directly and I will sort you out with a subsidiary clan tag, so that you can represent both your own clan and Bloodshed as well. Don't worry if you're part of a fire team already and think, oh, they're not going to accept me unless I'm going to join in with some random people. If you have 2 members, bring both of you along. If there's 3 of you, bring 3, 4 and so on. Bring as many people as you want with you. Get a lot of people who I ask if you want to join Bloodshed and they say, no, I've got a clan of my own. I said, well, do they want to come with you? And then a lot of time they say no, I want to be part of my own clan. That's fair enough as well. We're not that bothered. We want people who want to come and play with us. If you want to be part of your own clan, that's fine, not an issue. Although we would appreciate any subsidiary clans as well. That's always nice to have, and then you can control your own clan's path through the wilderness. So we're on now to the final destination for sit and wait targets, which if you've been following the video you'll be able to track it down. If you know Venus well enough you'll know where we are. I'm just going to fade now and come back when they actually spawn in. We've got this and then one more to go, and then we've covered everything, which will be fine. And I can go to bed. And I bet you can tell actually, anyone who's watched all 3 videos, I bet you can tell that I've done all of this in one go, because it started off really well in the Earth video, and the Moon video was relatively quick, so I was quite happy with that. And then this one is like the unwanted relation. It's like the one you think, oh, do I have to do this now? I want to go to bed. I don't like sleep too much. But I did have to do it now in order to get it out in time to make it feasible for you guys to be able to complete everything before the deadline. So final target is another normal thing. Initial wave of Scorch captains, and then 3 or 4 more waves of the average enemies before final wave where the boss comes down, you kill it and you get your ether key to open the chest, grabs whatever loot's in there and then move on. Something a lot of people don't know as well, you can actually shoot the guns off of fallen skiffs. You can do it off of all the transports actually. The Hive team ships, if you put enough firepower down on those specific weapon ports on the side, you can blow them off, and the Cabal harvesters as well. You can shoot the gun off that as well, which is quite handy actually for some missions that you do. If you take that down, you can have a lot less firepower coming at you. So the ship then can't actually do any damage, which is always nice. Not going to have some random thing coming at you. I think now we're into the final wave. It's a nice fist to have it there from that guy. Not quite getting over one, but yes, there's the boss. Pummel her with the Scorch cannon.
We've got trouble brewing.
Then we're going in with the shotgun. We've got our G-horn, but we're finished anyway. So there's the ether chest, for anyone who doesn't know what they look like. And some spirit bloom as well. Oh, lovely. We'll get all of that, and then we'll head off for the final target. Now the final targets are Twisted Claw, I think, and it's 3 Vandals that you have to kill, and they're in the House of Winter's skiff.
Right behind you.
which is way in the back of the cinders here, inside the cliffs. So we head through. See, there's a couple of missions rather that take you through this route. The Archon Priest Strike as well takes you through here. So this route should be familiar to most people. If you follow it through to the cinders, where the skiff is, and head up inside that, kill those targets, and then you have everything killed, done and dusted. Make that shortcut up there as well, it's just handy to know. Oh man, I am really tired right now. Not long to go. So now we're out into the cinders. There's the skiff in front of us, and that's where we're heading now, to kill these final 3 vandals. Venus is probably the one planet out of the 3 that isn't capable of being done in one nice neat loop, because you've got the Ether Runner and then the Wolf Guard off to that one side, and then you've got the 2 in the Academy as well, the Repeater Shanks and the Howling Raiders, that just make things awkward. So it's not the easiest place in the world to make this fluid and smooth. But this is the final location in here, and the only time you're ever brought in here is when you're going to kill Draxis, who is the House of Winter's Kell, and that's a story mission where you do that. There's one of them there. They are invisible vandals. The Twisted Claw. And then I pop a bobble here just to be safe, because I'm not dying and getting reset. And then having to come all the way back here just to record it. That's all the Twisted Claw dealt with. We're just tidying up dregs there, and then we're done. Teabag them for the final time for good measure, and then we'll head over to the edge and we'll sit down. So that's going to be the end of this video, guys. Thank you very much for watching. This is the final video in the series, so you now have all 3 to enable you to go and collect your Grimoire cards if you so wish, or even if you're just doing it for the experience, you can go and do that. Quick reminder, patch will launch on the 8th of September, Taken King will launch on the 15th. If you want to join Bloodshed, head over to bungie.net and you can. The one mission that I haven't been able to show you is the Archon Slayer on the moon. Make sure you go and get your Grimoire card for that. And I think that's everything. So once again, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.